I know it's been a while since I dropped a album review. I've been too busy doing other projects and doing other stuff, and these just discovering these other venues of creating content online. But besides that, on this video, I'm gonna review the first album by Nirvana, simply their debut studio album called Bleach. Okay, this album was released in June 15th, 1989, like 2 years before their groundbreaking album Nevermind was released. Okay, the thing about this album is that it was released June 15th, 1989 by Sub Pop, off of the single Love Buzz. Okay, it was recorded within a 2 or 3 weeks span time. Like Kurt recorded these. He recorded the lyrics to these songs overnight because they say he did it out of anger. I guess because of pressure from the record company and whatnot. Because it said Bleach did not chart upon initial release, but was well received by critics. It's when reissued internationally in 1992, following the success of Nirvana's second album, Nevermind. Bleach peaked at number 89 on the Billboard. It said it sold 40,000 copies in America before the release of Nevermind. It had been certified platinum and sold more than 1.9 million copies alone. It's Sub Pop's best-selling album to date, and it's unlikely to be surpassed by competitors. Okay, like after he died, this album, album's popularity had resurged after Kurt Cobain's death in April of 1994. Okay, besides that, they said they this album was basically garnered success based off of the strength of three albums: Floyd the Barber, Paper Cuts, and Downer. Um, and this album also the featured the this is like the only recording that featured the drummer Chad Channing, not Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl came later. Dave Grohl is actually the third drummer. But anyways, it's the only album that feature Chad Channing, but like on the album, but that's not him playing the drums on those songs. That's Dale Crover. They tried to record with Chad Channing, but it didn't work. The band ultimately decided to remix the versions recorded with Crover for the final version of Bleach. Big Long Now was omitted from the album because Kurt Cobain felt there was already enough. It was a slow. It had it had that groggy feel. Some of the songs on there had that grog. It didn't have that Nirvana beat vibe to it. Matter of fact, this album it really didn't have that Nirvana vibe to it. Uh, but that's okay because people still love this album and what it produced. And of course, like Lisa, he felt pressure to create music for this album, uh, uh, and it conformed to grunge music by his record label. He was competing constantly with the Seattle music scene and trying to upstage them at all costs. And but like I said, the lyrics, most of the lyrics were recorded the night before, were written the night before they went into the studio and started recording. They racked up $606 on the recording bill. But Jason Everman, a guitarist, he supplied the money, and he briefly joined the group as a second guitarist. Everman, even though he was credited as a guitarist on the album sleeve, and as the other guitarist, even hold up, that was him on the front of this cover of album Bleach. Even though he wasn't an official member, due to his contribution, they said, man, we just can't ignore him for what he's done. That's according to Chris Novoselic, the bass player. He said they wanted to make him feel home in the band. But like I said, this album was 11 track, and it featured it was 11 had 11 tracks, and like I said, it doesn't have that Nirvana Nevermind vibe to it. It sounds like a combination of sludge metal rock and a bluesy and bluesy bluesy rock just in blue like that's what it sounds like, sludge metal, grunge, rock, and blues all rolled into one. Because it like they went with this to counter the counter the pressure of playing rock music in their in the Seattle grunge scene, because they wanted to go against the grain uh, with the songwriting and the crafting of this album, like especially with songs like About a Girl. I first heard About a Girl on their Nirvana Unplugged album. Like I had a like I like the unplugged version, okay, but I kind of like this studio version of a of of About a Girl, and especially songs like Floyd the Barber, and songs like Love Buzz, which was a Shocking Blue, a cover from the band Shocking Blue. But yeah, the '60s Dutch band called Shocking Blue. They did a pretty good job on that, especially with songs like Scoff and Negative Creep. It fit into the narrative of Kurt Cobain's style of songwriting, and like with some of the songs, some of this album's mellow tones and so and mediocre subpar approach to their style of grunge and rock metal, rock. But like yeah, but like when you hear this album, you could tell they was kind of brewing and stewing and simmering in their creative juices, and how they try to manifest their own style, which they would later become legendary for. Like this is a bomb ass album. Like is it better than is it better than Nirvana? Not by a long shot, but like I said, this is a good ass album by Nirvana.